Chapter 3 MS Access Queries, Forms and Reports. Introduction. MS Access is a relational database management system (RDBMS) developed by Microsoft. It is a part of the suite of applications provided by Microsoft Office. It helps you to organize and manipulate a large amount of data efficiently. It provides the facility to link related information easily. In Access, you can add, delete, view and update the data using forms, find and retrieve the data in a desired way using queries, and print the data in a specific layout using reports. MS Access 2016. Microsoft Access 2016 is the most popular relational database management system (RDBMS), used to organize and manipulate data in the form of tables. Every specific piece of information in a table is known as a value. A value is located at the intersection of a row and a column. Access provides the facility to create relationship between the tables using common fields. Access offers the functionality of a database and the programming capabilities to create forms. It also helps you analyze large amount of information and manage data efficiently. It is widely used by small business and large corporations. How to open MS Access 2016. Follow the given steps to open MS Access 2016. Step 1. Click on Start button. Step 2. Click on Access. There are two ways to create a database in MS Access. They are as follows. Using a blank database. Using a template. Creating a blank database. Follow the given steps to create a blank database. 1. Click on the blank database from Microsoft Office Access page. 2. Type the name of the database in the file name box. 3. Click on the Create button. By default, an empty database will be opened to enter data. Access Windows elements. The major components of base window are given below. 1. Title bar. It is a thin bar present at the top of the screen which displays many items. Some of them are active, like name of the document, minimize button, maximize button, close button, and the active document. 2. Quick Access Toolbar. It is present on the title bar and is used to perform many tasks. It needs single click to do common tasks. 3. File tab. It contains different options which make the task easy to work in Access. 4. Ribbon. It is a horizontal bar just below the title bar. It consists of tools to perform various standard functions. Ribbon has two parts, that is, tabs and groups. Each tab contains commands arranged systematically in various groups. It is a separate sub-window of Access window that displays all its components. 6. Object buttons. These help to navigate through various database objects. 7. Status bar. It is present at the bottom of the window. It displays all the progress of database processing. Tables, contents and properties. Before creating the table, you need to design it properly. Let us discuss about them. Table. A table consists of horizontal rows and vertical columns that intersect to form a cell. A row is a horizontal series of cells, whereas a column is a vertical series of cells. A cell is formed with the intersection of a row and column. It is a specific location within a table. Table is used to display information in an organized and systematic way. Tables are an effective method of presenting data in rows and columns. They are very simple to insert and manipulate in MS Access. Field properties. Field property defines the format of the data within the cell and controls the behavior of a field. After you create a field and set its data type, you can set additional field properties. For example, by setting the field size of text field property, you can control its size. Following field properties categories can be assigned in MS Access. 1. Entry required. It sets whether the data entry in the field can be skipped or is mandatory. 2. Length. It sets the maximum length of a text field. 3. Decimal value. It specifies the value that gets entered automatically in a field when records are created. 4. Decimal places. It specifies the number of places to the right of the decimal. 5. Format example. It is used to control how data is displayed. Primary key. Primary key is a column or group of columns in a table that uniquely identify every row in that table. For example, in the given employees table, employee ID is a primary key because it uniquely identifies an employee record. In this table, no other employee can have the same employee ID. A primary key is used as a unique identifier to quickly analyze data within the table. A table cannot have more than one primary key. The main features of primary key are given below. It must contain a unique value for each row of data. It cannot contain null or duplicate values. Every row must have a primary key value. Viewing table. When working with the tables, there are two views available: Data Sheet View, Design View. Data Sheet View. Data Sheet View is the default view of the table. It is a simple view which arranges the data in rows and columns. It displays the table as a grid and provides a visual way to create a table. The fields are displayed as columns and the records are displayed as rows. The name of each field is displayed at the top of the column as a header. Each row contains a complete record. Design View. Design View allows you to create or change the table. It gives you an overview of the columns and the data types. In this view, the records are not visible. Only the field names and their data types are visible. Design View is divided into two main parts. Field Grid pane. It divides the field names, data types and description. Field Properties pane. It sets properties for the field defined in the table. Switching views. In Access, you can work or view a table in two views, that is, Data Sheet View and Design View. You can switch between the views by following the given steps. 1. Click on View from Views group on the Home tab. 2. From the drop-down list, select your desired view. Creating a table. You can create a new table and add to an existing database by using Data Sheet View, using Design View. Creating a table using Design View. Follow the given steps to create a new table using Data Sheet View. 1. Click on Create tab. Go to Table from Tables group. A blank table is created. 2. Click on the drop-down arrow near Click to Add Header to add a new field. 3. Select a data type from the contextual menu that expands when you click. Once you have selected a data type, Access highlights the column header so that you can name the field. 4. Enter a name for the field. Press Tab key after each entry to add a new field to the table. 5. Click the Save button present on the Quick Access toolbar to save the table. 6. Enter a name for the table in Table Name box. 7. Click on OK button. Creating a table using Design View. Follow the given steps to create a new table using Design View. 1. Click on Create tab. Go to Table Design from Tables group. Table in Design View appears. Now, create the structure of the table. 2. In Field Name column, type the name of a field. For example, Student ID, and press the Tab key to move to the Data Type column. A drop-down arrow appears. 3. Click on arrow and select the data type from the list, that is auto number. 4. Type the description, which is optional, in the description field. 5. After adding all fields, save the table by clicking on the Save button present on Quick Access toolbar. 6. Give a suitable name and click on the OK button. Creating a table using Design View. You can enter data into the table in the Data Sheet view. Type the values in the respective fields and press Tab key to move to the next field to type its value. You will notice that after pressing the tab in the last field, the insertion point moves to the first field in the next line. To set primary key. Now you have to assign a primary key. Follow the given steps to set a primary key. 1. Right-click in the row of the first field, that is Student ID. A shortcut menu appears. 2. Click on the primary key. Now the selected field will be set as primary key of the table. Manipulating data. You can change the data by doing the following modifications in Access. Adding new record or row. You can add a new record by placing the cursor at the last value of the field and press Tab key. Or you can also right-click on a row and select the new record option. Adding new field or column. You can add a new column by right-clicking on column header and choosing the Insert Field option. Deleting a row and column field. You can delete a specific row and column by selecting the entire row or column and then click on the row header or column header. Press the Delete key, or you can also right-click the mouse on the row or column header and then select the Delete Record or Delete Field. Updating a record. You can modify a record by simply clicking in the cell that you want to update or modify and type the new value. Query. A query is a request for data or information from a database table or combination of tables. This data may be generated as results returned by structured query language (SQL) or as pictorials, graphs, or complex results. A query is always based on tables or on other queries. Query can bring together data from different tables, calculate results where necessary, and quickly filter a specific record from a mass of data. Creating a query. With a query, you can display the records, sort the data, and even combine it from different tables. Follow the given steps to create a query. 1. Click on Create tab. Go to Query Design from the Queries group. The Show Table dialog box appears. 2. Select the table on which you want to generate the query and click on the Add button. 3. Click on the Close button. Query window. Query window is divided into two parts, that is, Table Display Area and Design Grid. Table Display Area, Design Grid. Table Display Area. The upper section of the Query Design window is known as the Table Display Area. It displays the fields, tables, and queries that you may want to use in the query. The tables you select are added to the Table Display Area and are shown in column selection lists. The name of each table selected appears in the title bar of each column selection list. Design Grid. The lower section of the Query Design window is known as the Design Grid. This is the area where you can field the query and also specify the criteria. Each column in the grid represents a single field in the query results. The rows of the grid allow you to type in conditions that the data in the columns must meet, as well as sort conditions and other instructions for performing your query. The design grid contains the following options. Field displays the field names from the table. Table displays the name of the table. Sort is used to filter the data either in ascending or descending order. It is optional. Show displays check mark which indicates that this field will be visible when the query is run. Criteria specifies the condition on the basis of which the records will be filtered. OR is used to set multiple criteria in a query. Using a query. If you want to use a query, you have to add fields, specify the criteria in the design grid, and after that, run the query. Follow the given steps to use a query. 1. Select the required field from field row in the design grid. For example, student ID. 2. Select the order of sorting, that is ascending or descending, in the sort row under the student ID field. 3. Specify the criteria row. For example, type New Delhi under the city field and save the query. 4. Click on Design tab. Go to Result, go to Run option to see the result. Forms. A form is a database object that is used to enter, edit or display data from a table or a query. You can also use forms to control access to data, such as which fields of data are to be displayed. It can display one record at a time. Creating a form. Follow the given steps to create a form. 1. Select the table. 2. Click on the Create tab. 3. Click on the form from the Forms group. The form result will be displayed in the data sheet view. You can save your form by clicking on the Save button in the Quick Access toolbar. Type the name and then click on OK button. Form views. Forms have 3 views. 1. Form view. This view is used to view data of the form. You cannot make any modification in the design. 2. Layout view. This view closely resembles what the form will actually look like to the user. 3. Design view. This view displays only the structure of the form, which can be modified and customized as per the requirement. Tech terms. Form. Form is a graphical representation of a table used to add, delete or update records in a table. Did you know after you create a form, you can save it? You can open a saved form anytime. Reports. A report is used to present the information in your database for the following uses. Display or distribute a summary of data. Provide details about individual records and create labels. Report provides the most flexible way of viewing and printing summarized information. It displays information with desired level of detail. For example, you can create a simple report of phone numbers for all your contacts. Reports are generated from the database's tables or queries. They can contain all the fields of a table or query or just a selected group of fields. Creating a report. The report can be based on either a table or a query. Follow the given steps. 1. Select the table and click on the Create tab. 2. Click on the Report from Reports group. The report result will be displayed in the data sheet view. Report views. Reports have 4 views. 1. Form view. This view is used to view data of the report. You cannot make any modification in the design. 2. Print preview. This view is used to see how the report will look like when printed. 3. Layout view. This view closely resembles what the report will actually look like to the user. 4. Design view. This view displays only the structure of the report that can be modified and customized as per the requirement. In a nutshell, 1. Microsoft Access 2016 is the most popular relational database management system used to organize and manipulate data in the form of tables. 2. A table consists of horizontal rows and vertical columns that intersect to form a cell. 3. Field property defines the format of the data within the cell and controls the behavior of a field. 4. Primary key is a column or group of columns in a table that uniquely identify every row in that table. 5. Datasheet view is the default view of a table which arranges the data in rows and columns, whereas design view allows you to create or change the table. 6. A query is a request for data or information from a database table or combination of tables. 7. A form is a database object that is used to enter, edit, or display data from a table or a query. 8. Report provides the most flexible way of viewing and printing summarized information. 1.